Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and I'd like to introduce you to my new friend. This here on the right of me, or on the left as you see it, is the Make-a-Wish QR code, and that QR code is live and it will now take you to the destination page where you can make any contribution you wish to make, in whichever form or currency you want to make. It will support us greatly, and it will support the children that this is going to affect mostly. So as we go through the next 6 weeks, we're on the countdown now to the actual race day. Make-a-Wish above us, GT and Mega our sponsor down below us, and to the right of me is that QR code for your generous donations. What we're aiming to do for that generous donation is to be able to complete the Lemans race on GT7 as live as we possibly can, as long as we possibly can, for the entire 24 hours, and to complete that race in a virtual environment. We've been talking about this for the last 6 weeks. We've been making videos about it for the last 6 weeks. We're going to further make more videos for the next 6 weeks until we get to that destination, and that'll take us to the middle of summer, and we'll dive straight in. So, and on we go with that course. Today, the car of choice, as we just showed you the setup, is the TS030. I believe this is going to be represented at the circuit by one of the team. However, it will have a different tune today. Let's have a look at the tune. The tune today is for 700 pp. It's for 699.95 to meet the World Touring Car Championship rating for Le Mans. We're on racing hard tyres. We do have the wets and inters with us, but the body height is left entirely, all of the suspension is left entirely default. Fully racing customizable diff is 555. The magic numbers: downforce 1000 on the front, 2000 on the rear, and we've got the ECU fully scaled back, as well as the power restrictor. We've had to put 42 kilos of ballast in at 42 forward just to get the car into the race. 259 brake horsepower. And you'll also note there's no turbocharger fitted. Why couldn't we fit a turbocharger? We are 4 pp short of being able to fit a turbocharger unless we ran intermediate tyres for the entire race. I'm not prepared to do that because, as we saw at the last race, there was no rain. So the only other addition is the front and rear ballast, the brake controller, and we've got that all the way to the front. Nothing else affected. Let's get to the track. The prize is a whacking 825,000 credits. As you can see, we've just breached the 10 million. And we're going to take you to the track. This is a simulated 30 minutes of any part of that race where anything can happen. Settings for today's race will be assists. Traction control 1, default ABS. We're going to go weak ABS. Counter steer assistance on strong because we're grinding. Controller settings, we're on a Fanatec DD Extreme. Controller steering sensitivity 5. That means nothing today. Force feedback max torque 3. Force feedback sensitivity 10. If you need more detail on the Fanatec wheel settings, there's lots of them. I will be doing a video shortly about how this wheel plays out. But let's dive straight in. The TS030 Hybrid 12. Let's see what she's like. She's very underpowered. So we'll see that. The fuel should be pretty decent. But she's going to probably struggle with gearing. And she's also probably going to struggle making it into the race. Battery's gone. When we get on the brakes, the battery charges. We're going to have to make use significantly of aero from cars in front, and we're also going to have to make sure We don't slow for corners. We just keep as fast as we possibly can. 130 mile an hour. This is as much as we've got. And we need that toe. We've got to be sucking that toe. There's an expression. Running that gear now. 7.1 laps. There's a chance we don't need to pit here unless there's rain. Look how much we're getting blown away by the cars in front. We didn't have to slow very much. Get into that aero. Let's see if we can get to a position where they're going to tow us down the straight. Fuel is good. We know we're going to make up loads at the other end of the circuit. This is looking impossible from this point. We're up to 17th place. We managed to get slowed down. We stomped on the brakes. The batteries have just depleted. Those wheels look like solid discs in the mirror. The fuel is at 7, but yeah, we're definitely going to go all the way if we don't have to stop. It'll be very difficult to run this car in a situation where you've got no toe. Just have to suck those toes, aren't we? So when we run out of battery, the thing just stops. What's our chances of winning this though? 16th place, halfway around the first lap. .146 mile an hour. We got out the way of the Audi. He was just going to ram us. She turns well though. It's just a shame she couldn't take a turbo. So for the benefit of those who haven't watched a video before, and this might be a first one, and this seems a little bit ridiculous, well, it's all in aid of charity. We are supporting the Make-A-Wish Foundation this year. We've chosen to support one of our team members. I say team, he is part of the team. Part of the Widdowmaker Racing setup. He is a competitor and contender in our Racing League series, and he's also a massive supporter of the channel. He's supported me morally, emotionally, etc. as we go through these videos. He's a great source of inspiration in terms of providing ideas and help, and sometimes just somebody to listen or bounce things off. And he supports very much the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and not just because of what they do, but he's actively involved over there in America. And I was trying to find a way I could help him, and I thought, well, let's see what we can do for Make-A-Wish and support him in what he does. So, as I say, there's a QR code just there, right to my left. That QR code links to the Make-A-Wish Foundation through Steve's donation link. So if you're going to go follow that code, don't be surprised that it's not my name. It's got my name all over it in terms of the description of who it's from and what it's for. But that goes through direct to Make-A-Wish through Steve's channel. He is a permanent donator, organizer, and part of the team in Make-A-Wish. He enables the wishes to happen, and he's also part of the process that selects the kids for making a wish and generating their wish for them. So he goes and sits with them, talks to them, understands what it is that they want and would like, and he makes it happen as much as he possibly can. So we're going to try and help that by supporting them with cash, which is always a little thing behind what they do. Sometimes it costs money to do these things. So if we can provide that process, what we're going to do at this end is we're going to run the virtual Le Mans series. It's a 24-hour race starting at 5 PM in the UK, 4 PM in I need to check that, don't I? I need to check the start time. My brain is just flummoxed. I need to make sure I've got that right start time. But it will start exactly the same time as the race does in France at Le Mans. In the UK, we will go to the start time exactly the same time as they do. We are 1 hour behind them, so I think it's a 5 PM start in France, so it'll be a 4 PM start here, maybe. Yes, that sounds right. I can't remember. My brain's gone dead. I'll have to check after the race, and I'll put text here to confirm. But we will start exactly the same time. It's amazing how your brain plays tricks on you. I've said these things so many times before, I just can't remember it. Something's playing in the back of my head saying, check it. Anyway, we're losing places here. We've still got 7 laps worth of fuel. Let's check the rain. Let's see what the rain is going to be doing. I can't see any rain at this time as we're just getting overrun by the AI. We got mullered from the rear end then. We were making places. And we don't seem to. We seem to have lost quite a few places coming down the end there. So either way, where were we talking about? Yeah, so we're going to try and complete the Le Mans race. We're going to start exactly the same time as those guys do in France on the real race. And then we're going to race for the full 24 hours that they do. And as we finish over the finish line, so will they. It's not particularly a race for us. It's going to be more of an endurance event where the idea is that you race and stay awake. So to simulate that, we will be having teams of 3 drivers. We have 2 teams in the Netherlands, 2 teams in the UK. We have a smattering of guys across the globe in the UK, across North America, and potentially in Sweden and France who are going to be taking this on as well. I'm just estimating. They could be anywhere between up to now. We have 8 race places left for teams or solos. So if you want to join us, please do get in touch. It's Widdowmaker 10144 on PSN if you want to get in touch with me, or through this channel. Contact me on my email address, which is displayed in the information below. Oh, that Audi's just having a moment. We'll go round him. Now we've got front aero damage because he brakes so hard. We've got rain coming in top left hand corner. It looks fairly light rain, so we'll just keep trundling on. We'll keep going. Mr. McEwen's gone to the pits, or Mr. McEwen has gone to the pits already. We've got that wrong too many times before. This is where we've got to make up some time coming through here. So as I say, we'll be completing that race, the challenge being staying awake. Myself, I will be part of one of the teams in the UK, and when I'm not racing, I will be driving. No, I'm not. When I'm not racing, I will be commentating, and that commentary will continue for the full 24 hours of the race. And we'll also have an opening program and a closing program. We'll talk to people. We'll try and talk to the team members. And whilst we're racing, I will be dipping into some live commentary, live discussion, live interviews with some of the racers around the globe, talking to them about what they're doing, why they want to do this, what it is they want to do this for. McEwen came out of the pits just in front of us. Look, that rain's coming. We've got to hope these tyres are going to hold out. Up into 12th place. I don't know if this car will win from this position. It's mighty with 34 seconds in arrears. I don't know if a car can win it with a maximum speed of 146. See if we can get to the slipstream. We're constantly going to need slipstream here. So as we're saying, yes, back to the Le Mans race. We will be attempting to emulate what those guys in real life do. It will be on a big screen TV in the room with me here on the big channel. We will be following the race live. We'll be seeing if we can keep pace with those real race cars in the virtual world. I will aim to have 2 teams in my own home, one upstairs, one downstairs, and we will be running fairly competitive. But as I say, would it be more of a race or more of an endurance event, where the race comes secondary to completing the process? I know for some of the guys that are going to be doing solo, it is going to be just that. It's one man against time. It's a battle against tiredness, keeping the eyes open. A battle against needing to go for that life-evolving 5 minutes in the toilet. You know, that time where you just need that little moment to yourself. You're not going to get that. You've got that nagging desire that the car needs to be driving. To drive for a solid 24 hours is going to be absolutely mind-bendingly tiring. And my hat goes off to the guys that are going to attempt that. And you can support them with a little donation in that code there on the night. You can do it any time before, but the other thing that I'm going to do is, just in case any donations arrive at Widdowmaker Towers through any other of my channel feeds or income streams, I'm going to ensure that my entire intake for the month of June goes to that QR code. I will deposit anything my channel receives and ensure that it moves all the way through. So I'll be pretty brassic in July. However, there is a caveat to that. And that caveat that says, please be aware, if you're attempting to donate to Make-a-Wish and you use my channel and not this code, YouTube will take half that money. They all half. They will take an allocation of some of that money, because those donation channels is their payment channels. That's how they make money, not this channel. So if you make a gesture to me by a membership or anything else, thinking, oh, that's fine, that'll support the channel, it will, because I will give everything I get from that to Make-a-Wish for the month of June. And there can also be no misunderstanding that I'm not giving anything to the Make-a-Wish. I'm going to give everything that I do effectively for the whole of June to Make-a-Wish. Do we have any targets in mind, somebody asked. Well, no. I have absolutely no idea where we're going to go and what we're going to get. I do know how much I normally receive on a monthly basis, and I hope that we're going to do multiples of that value. So I know there is a figure on the link page, so when you follow that QR code to its destination, that there is a value on there, there's a figure on there, and that would be great if we can achieve that. That would be absolutely stunning. I'm not going to tell you, because you'll need to go and look. And if you do scan that code, please test that code. Please go to the end, and you'll understand the story as well, because there's a little bit of detail on there that explains what we're doing and where we're going. And did you notice, folks, we're up into 3rd place, as we lost 3rd place because Mr. Portilla comes hooning down over the top of us. The rain has disappeared, so we've managed to get through that rain through that cloud without any sort of weather hitting us at all. So it looks like one set of tyres in a minute, no stop, with a maximum 146 mile an hour. We're only 7.7 seconds off the lead, and we're struggling for pace. We've got no battery. We've got shed loads of downforce, which we could probably have reduced, but we'd have had to add more weight. Let's get stuck into the race. This is one really interesting little race for such a slow car. Normally we can rely on the rain to give us an advantage, but at this point I think the advantage is with the AI, with speed. Fastest lap of the race, Mr. Portilla, a 4:14.635. Our fastest lap so far, a 4:25.41. There's some 6 seconds, almost 6 seconds clear ahead of us on open speed. Just flat out speed is the killer here. Now the comparison to the real race we'll be doing is we've got such a PP restriction. We're at 700 PP here. We've done 3.5 laps with that 700 PP in just under 50, just over 15 minutes. I think 16 minutes is just ticked there. So we anticipate this being a 7-lap race. And we can normally win this race in 7 laps. We can normally win it by a clear minute or two. But it just depends on where we're going to be in terms of pitting, and we just need a little bit of catch up, don't we? 12 seconds behind Mr. McEwen now, who's charging away at the front. Mr. Portilla chasing him down. Mr. McEwen is currently going through the Porsche curves. He's coming to the end. Mr. Portilla in there. Mr. McEwen is way through, and he's on his way, almost on his way to the pit lane entry now. So we're losing hand over fist at this point. We are just having to lift. As you can see, we're going so much quicker through these corners. We've managed to catch Portilla at this point. In 4th gear, we're still catching. I think we should be able... Oh, McEwen's gone to the pits, so pitted early. We managed to sneak through there. We got the lead back. Much quicker. Now I do see rain on the radar again, top left-hand corner, but I don't know that's remaining from the last bout or whether it's new. Now I'm going to be singing about Lemans and Make-a-Wish and the event coming up. We need to make it as high profile as we can. I do appreciate that, folks, that you'll understand that it is very important, and I also understand that if it's not down your street and the 24 hours isn't your thing, I do appreciate and understand that to be the case, and happy days. You've got to understand this is close to a member of the team's heart, and I want to support him, so this is what we're going to do. Now we've got a 3.6 second lead. We do have rain coming in. It looks like we have quite a bit of solid rain coming in. We're at 135 mile an hour. Portilla is gooning down on us now. It's 1.7, 1.5, 1 second behind us. He's lining up for the pass. Is he going to make it into the braking zone? He is, but we're going to outbrake him. He can't quite believe what he just saw as the pace going through that corner. Now we've got to do everything we possibly can. We've got 11 minutes remaining in the race. We're going to pick up this line. We're just going to give him something to think about. Oh, he's given us a flash with the headlights. He's told us to get out of the way. And away he goes. Now I'm anticipating he's going to pit in this next lap. So we've got to do our damnedest to get ahead. There's definitely rain coming in though, and it looks like a heavy bout. Oh, we might be lucky. That might skip past us. The rain clouds are above us now. It's looking misty. It's looking misty for me. I was almost about to burst into a record by In Excess called Mystify. That wouldn't work, would it? It's a different kind of mist. We do have rain. It's coming down. It's not strong enough to even make us look to the pits to go in for set and enters. So the end of the rain looks to be ahead of us, and then is the track going to be drying anyway? Less than 10 minutes remaining. We're 12 seconds ahead of Yamanaka. Are we going to be going fast enough? Oh, now there's an interesting pocket of rain ahead of us. A pocket of no rain. And then there's more cloud behind it. Is this going to be our first ever no stopper at Le Sarthe. Front end's getting a little bit slidey. Where are we on the old fuel map? We've got 3.6 laps of fuel left. We've got absolutely plenty to do what we want to do. Tyre wear is fine. The track's dried out again on the racing line. So as we come over to the edge of the track, yeah, 100% dry here. So now we're chasing down the lead car. Mr. Portilla, we know we can catch him through here. Yamanaka's caught. He's caught us by 4 seconds. So the gap to third place is 8 seconds. There's Portilla now. Is Portilla going to the pits? Are we going to get a wee advantage? I say wee advantage, a little advantage. He's not gone to the pits. We're anticipating 2 more laps here. He gave us a flash as we went through there. He didn't like that overtaking manoeuvre. That didn't sit well with him as we just pull out a second lead. Now, I generally don't think the fuel usage would be quite as good on a different set of the gearbox, and I deliberately didn't call it out in the setup because I didn't know if I would have to change it. Larzan's gone to the pits. Now with Portilla, oh, we've got more rain coming in here. This could be tricky. Yeah, it's just a clear bank of cloud. We're not going to get that much rain. Whatever comes now isn't going to be tremendously heavy. Portilla still holds the fastest lap, a 4:14.635. We've got 3.6 second advantage as the rain still keeps to drizzle down, but the sunshine seems to be winning the battle. Portilla 2.5 seconds. 138, 139. Come on, 39. Is Portilla going to beat us into the corner? No, we hold him off again. We had to brake just a little bit. 1.2 second lead as we come out of that corner. We're going to try and occupy some part of the track, and we won't move into his way. We're going to try and pick up what we can. Normally he gives us a little tap on the rear as we go past, but we're not going to do that to him. We're now clear of the cloud bank. The helicopter's back and the sun's out and shining. So now we're going to chase Portilla down. We're approaching 6 minutes. 6 minutes remaining. Portilla in front of us. Yamanaka 10 seconds back. Fastest lap of the race has got no chance to be in ours, I don't think, as we climb the hill. This is where Peter Dumbreck flipped the Merc CLK, which we'll be doing shortly here. We'll be bringing that car to the track here very soon, and I know you'll be looking forward to that. I know I got it wrong the last time we talked about that guy. I said it was Franz Beckenbauer or somebody, and you know completely that that's wrong. But, it wasn't him. There we go, lap 6. Just over 5 minutes remaining. We're trailing Portilla by 2.7 seconds. Yamanaka is chasing us down. I think we're going to be alright here. I think we've done tremendously well the last 2 races. Absolutely zero rain effect. Maybe it's something with the current update that the devs have allowed to happen. Just going to lift the throttle a bit coming in there. See if we can Put a bit of pressure on Portilla, see if we can force him out a lap. Because we would win the race at this... Oh, I've had to brake. We would win the race at this point, wouldn't we? We'd have a nose length ahead of him. But he's gone really slow. I wonder if he's out of fuel. Or very close to being out of fuel. He's lost a load of momentum. So, we're going to have to see what we can get. Less than 4 minutes remaining as we come into what is going to be the final lap. Portilla has absolutely flown into the pits. And he's hit the change tyre, so he's taking hards, or he's on hards. We've just improved to our fastest lap of the race. Our fuel use is low. The only person I can imagine, Yamanak has gone into the pits, is McEwen is going to be charging down on us. McEwen has got the opportunity here as everybody else goes to the pits. So 17-second lead over McEwen. That's the gap. That's what we've got to defend. Absolutely tremendous race here. In the world's slowest GR1 car, GT1, or LMP modern prototype, Lemans prototype. We've gone purple. We haven't been able to stop for refreshment, so I'm going to hydrate as we go down the straight here. I tried to hide behind the QR code, but it wasn't going to work. It's very visible, that QR code just there. Right, 19 seconds ahead of McEwen. Battery gets a little bit of charge, but then is so quick to deplete. 16 seconds and falling. McEwen is coming. McEwen is absolutely charging. The time now holds and goes up a little bit, obviously coming through that chicane. Now he's back on the chase. It's up to 17. Now it's coming down. 16.8, 16.7. I've got to say, I think we're going to be able to hold this. I don't think anybody's going to be able to catch 17. It's down to 15.1. Oh my lord, 14. .9. He's just coming into that corner. The chase is on. It's getting lower. As we come up the hill, we're going to hit 5th gear at the top of the hill. Try and use the momentum and gravity to increase that acceleration. We're going to brake as late as we can. I'm just a little bit worried that they're going to catch. And I'm going to have to rely on speed through the Porsche curves. 12.4 seconds. He's into that corner behind us. He's going to see us as he comes out. He's going to know we're here. That's the biggest target acquisition for him. Get behind us, spot us, chase us down. That's what we're expecting. 12.5, 12.4, 12.3. It's down to less than 12. I think the gap is there. With the experience of driving this circuit, down to 10. Less than 10. Oh my. .1, 10.3, 10.6. Oh my. Back up to 11. Starting to feel that little bit more confident. Where are we on fuel? 1.7 laps of fuel, so we could go one more, but the time is just about to tick away. There it is. That's 0. That's the end of the race. As soon as we get over the line, the next time we cross the line, the race is over. So 9-second advantage. Just going to brake a little bit coming in there. We've got 10 seconds. We've only got 3 corners to go now. Well, 2 corners and 2 chicanes. There it is. Going to go past pit lane entry for the last time. So 12 seconds in the lead. Through the chicane for the last time, and then the last bus stop type entry chicane. As we come through here, we head to the line with a 13-second lead. And there we go. I never expected that. I thought we'd be doing this one again. What an absolutely stunning paint job, brought to you by GTP Addictions. That's JB at JD's Designs. Absolutely stunning job. It's like a chameleon flip paint. Depends where you are, you can see different colours. Oranges, golds, bronzes. And there we are, 30 minutes 40 seconds, 7 laps complete. Fastest lap of the race goes to Mr. Portilla, a 4:14.635. Mr. McEwen finishes second, some 14 seconds behind, and Mr. Portilla 33 seconds. The final car comes in 2 minutes 33 seconds behind, so almost half a lap. That's Mr. Lopez in the BMW GR4. It is a GR4 field, so we should be able to manage quite a win. We take the clean race bonus for the first place, increase the bank balance. And with that, folks, there you have it. Another stunning competitor, potential competitor for the Le Mans 24-hour race we'll be hosting here on the channel. And with that, folks, you can take my recommendation that it is a good car, and it's a great car to do this race with. Although it's not very tunable, I must admit. But were we lucky? We'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. Good night.